Salaway fellow YouTubers! 93 Monster Mike is back. Yeah, it's been a very long time. I'm sorry. I kind of lost enthusiasm with making videos. I've been pretty busy on Instagram, playing a bunch of video games, doing a little bit of my part-time job, which is slowly starting to get back together. And it's basically been pretty hectic with COVID-19 and whatnot, you know? So, but I digress. So, for those who have known me for these past few years, my birthday was about 16 days ago from by the time I recorded this video. And one of the gifts I got is this Playmates Godzilla vs. Kong with Battle Axe figure. My first official Godzilla vs. Kong merchandise. I'm actually pretty excited. So let's have a look-see at the box, which is actually really, really nice. It has, obviously, Godzilla in blue and Kong, and it's got this really good-looking orange background with fire and built and destroyed buildings in the city, and some blue down here, the MonsterVerse logo, and Toho, Legendary, and Playmates, and Battle Damage Reveal. It's a bunch of legal mumbo-jumbo on the bottom, and it's the side, the other side there. And here's the back, which has a recap of the figure. So, okay, there you go. You can pause right now and read it if you want. And also right down there. So yeah, we just basically have this promo pic of the prototype of the figure, and some other figures that have been or will be released later in the wave, like Godzilla the Radio Tower, Warbat with Osprey. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to get that one, along with Skullcrawler with HEAV, the Kong with Fighter Jet, and Godzilla with Heat Ray. So yeah. And now on to Kong, King and God of Skull Island. So obviously, Kong's gotten a lot bigger for Godzilla, for his upcoming rematch with Godzilla. But overall, his design's pretty much the same. He's still got the scars from his battle with the Skullcrawlers, like we saw in Kong Skull Island a few years ago. But what's unique about this version of Kong is he's gotten bigger, and he's probably more or less the same size as the MonsterVerse Godzilla. And he's also kind of sort of grown a beard. But overall, it's pretty much the same Kong. And I honestly have to admit, when I initially saw the Playmates figures of their take with the classic Godzilla figures and also Kong, I was really I hesitate to use the word against, but basically rather adamant or wary of purchasing any of these figures. But then when I saw this figure and some of the newer ones for Godzilla vs. Kong, I kind of started to take a liking to these, especially this Kong figure. It actually does seem pretty good. The detail on the figure is actually really, really well. It captures the look of Kong rather well. I mean, obviously the sculpting of the fur could have been a little bit better, but what can you do? I do like the look on the face, especially, and the way they painted the eyes. It really does look good. I wish there could have been a bit more detail on the teeth, though, like maybe a little bit of paint or something to help people know which tooth is what and all that. The paint for the scar on his chest, I actually really did like it. It does look good. His chest, face, hands, and feet were basically all black, and ears were brown, but I took the liberty of adding some custom painting parts on Kong that I felt like they needed more paint to help make the details pop out more. Obviously, like on the arms, the belly, the hands, the feet, the legs, the face, and the back. Woo! Man, look at that. A lot of fur, but also a lot of muscle definition. So detail, it's actually it's actually pretty good. And the paint job initially, it was like it was passable, but I felt like there could have been more to it, you know. In terms of articulation, it's rather simple. Kong's head can rotate 360 like so. Unfortunately, it's not on a ball joint like I originally thought. Instead, it's just on a pure swivel. The shoulders can rotate 360 as well as move up and down like so, thanks to a pin and socket joint. And just like the shoulders, the elbows also have a pin and socket joint, so it can obviously bend and also rotate at the elbow. And the wrists are able to rotate as well. No waist joint or ab crunch or whatever. I mean, it's a Playmates figure. I mean, it's kind of aimed more towards children, whatever. The hips, well, the legs can kick forward, kick back a little bit, and swing a little bit here and there. And finally, a bend at the knee. You can bend that far back, and for some very odd reason, kick that far forward. So for articulation, it's actually pretty darn good. I actually do like it. I mean, it's not NECA level articulation, but it's decent enough. And one thing that's unique about this Kong, a little bit of a spoiler alert, he comes with this battle axe that appears to be made from the bone of some titan, and what also appears to be the spinal plate of one of Godzilla's ancestors, or I don't know. Maybe it'll have a key role in the movie. We're not entirely sure yet. We haven't seen any trailer. But basically, it goes into Kong's right hand. You just pry the hand open like so, and put the axe in like that. And now Kong's ready for fighting. Oh, almost forgot. You mentioned battle damage. So you're thinking, where is it? I mean, if you already saw the box, it's on his arm, so it basically kind of comes off like that. And it reveals flesh and possibly blood. Ugh. But hey, it's kind of like an old callback to the old school Jurassic Park toys, and I actually really do like that. You know, it kind of gives the fight for these toys, you know, like the fantastic fantasy fights for these toys or whatever that kids are playing with, like going like Kong's gonna do this to Godzilla, or Godzilla's gonna do this to Kong, and show the battle scars to prove it, you know. And I actually do kind of like that, you know. It gives kids the opportunity to be a little creative with how the monsters fight and whatnot, you know. So now on to some sizing. Here he is with the Leonard Toys Skullcrawler from Kong Skull Island. And personally, I think this would be okay for like one of the smaller Skullcrawlers, but yeah, I think the bigger Skullcrawler by Playmates would actually kind of be more like in par with the big one, Skullcrawler or Skull Devil. And of course, NECA's Godzilla 2019 figure, and if this is how big Godzilla and Kong are in the movie, I'm okay with it. It gives them, it basically kind of evens it out, so to speak. But still, I'm really excited. And if you're wondering who I'm rooting for, I'm undecided. Or rather, I'm indifferent to the outcome. I mean, if they both survive, I'm okay with that. If one kills the other, well, yeah, I digress. So overall, this is actually a pretty good figure. The sculpting, the paint job, well, the sculpting's actually sculpting's actually pretty good for what it is. Paint job, well, could have been a little bit better. Articulation's rather good. Sizing, yeah, it's good. And price and availability, it's like 10 to 15 bucks, somewhere around there. And you could easily find this and other Godzilla vs. Kong figures at Walmart these days. So basically, even though it is for kids, I do recommend it, even for adult collectors like myself. So that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I really do appreciate you leaving the likes, and so please feel free to leave a like in the, hit the thumbs up button. Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below, and if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to my channel for more content, and also hit the little bell icon to keep yourself informed of when I upload my next video. Stay safe out there. COVID-19 is not completely gone, but we will get through it, and things will get back to normal. But until next time, this has been 93 Monster Mike. Wale.